Amanda. I really enjoyed your post. One thing that I found within your passage that really stuck out to me was how you mentioned that evil and sufferings can do both, as far as bringing people closer to God, but also making people question God. I find that being out in the field of human services already, you have some clients who do question God and his will and why certain things have happened to them. For instance, there can be people who are homeless and they're like, for God to be so great, how can he allow these things to happen to me? And then on the flip side, you have some who are homeless or going through other things as well, and they say, well, even though I'm going through this, God has still kept me. He has still made a way for me to have a roof over my head, even though it wasn't my roof, or whatever the case may be. So that really stuck out to me, because in that moment as a counselor, you don't really have the answers to those things. You don't really get to justify to people, what God's will is. I feel like that is one of the biggest challenges that we face, going out here and just dealing with people in a secular world, and I'm still navigating my way around how to handle those types of situations. Honestly, I've just come to the conclusion that people are going to believe how they choose to believe. It is ultimately up to them to want to seek God and to want to study more and learn more about him and his will. Granted, I can still pray for them. I can still pray that God will show them the things that he needs to show them, even if that's through me and I'm oblivious to that. Whatever his will is, it should be done. And ultimately, whether they choose to blame God for the suffering or thank him for keeping them and for them being able to make it out of the suffering, all of that ultimately falls on the client, which is both fortunate and unfortunate at the same time. But I really like that you pointed that out in your post. I think that that's something that I come across very often in this field, so it just really struck me more than anything. So thank you for that.